G'day everyone, welcome to another edition of Craps Down Under. Today I'm going to continue doing our 112, starting with our bankroll from last time. So remember we started with 2,500. This is all our profit, so let's just count it out again. It's 1,000, 1405, close enough. So 1405 is what we've made in profit with 2 sessions. So I'm going to continue doing what we've been doing, playing $100 units. So first bet's 1. If we lose that, another bet. If we lose that, then we go up to 2. And that's the progression. We are parlaying. Now today I'm going to do something slightly different. Instead of parlaying this first one, I'm just going to take the win. If we get a second win, I will parlay the second one. And that way I'm locking up some profit, but I'm also giving the opportunity to make some wins if I get 2 hits or 3 hits back to back. So let's get started. Laying the 10, pretty simple. You could play the 4 just as easily, doesn't matter. I'll grab those 2. And let's get going. I've got ace deuce. I don't have to track the point, but I probably will. I'll try to do my best with that. There we are, 6. And there's a 5. There's a midnight. There's a 5. Sorry, was a 5. I didn't put the puck on the right number there. So shooters made their first point. And there's a 7. We collect 50. 50 is what we get paid. We have to pay VIG and the dealer 5. The VIG's $2, so I'll get back 3. Put that back in our rack, lock up our profit, staying at the same level, starting the series over again. There's a 6. Now you are going to get 10s, and you're going to get streaks of 10s. This is all what happens. It doesn't all go your way, of course. Shooters made their point, so second shooter made their second, or same shooter has made 2 points now, because remember that 7 was a come out 7. So reasonable shooter, there he goes, he's made the 10 there, so we lose that. So I'll put my loss there, come back straight up, $100, put a lay on there, just going straight back up on it. And there's a 7. So we get paid $50 here. Now I'm going to take this 100 here, I'm going to convert it into 100 in greens. I'll take that back and I'll pay it out of there. Right, so that's what we get paid. Lay would come down, we get paid. Right, so remember with this, we are trying to recover our previous loss. So we do parlay it up. We just go straight back up there. Now if we do this, we're going to win 150 is going to pay 75. So that only gives us a $25 net win, which is not, it's a win, but it's not as good as getting a $50 win each time. So the variation I introduced last time is that we power press it. So we take our 50, add that to it. So a power pressing, taking a $50 win we just had there, plus $50 power press, bring it up to 200, laying the 200. Now I do have to pay my $2 VIG for my $50 win. So I do that, pay the dealer, and puck comes off. So we're $50 behind, hoping to get another 7 before a 10. We might be lucky, we might not, who knows what's going to happen. 6 is the point. And they've, again, hard 10. So we lost that one. So not only did we lose our bet, we lost our win that we had, and we also lost our $50 press. So we're not out of the hole. So what we do, we go up to 2 units. So we're at the 3rd level of our progression. We're going up to 2 units. Now, the bit that varies, because we did the power press, we actually need to press a little bit more. We need to go 250. So whenever a power press has failed, the 3rd level you have to go up a little bit more. and you have to go up the $50. Right, so I'll give the dealer 100, 58, so I'm putting 250 on the lay, putting 50 back in my rack. All right, so let's see how we go. 8, hard 8, and there's our 7. So 250 gets paid, comes down, got 250 here, get paid 125, so I'll take that out of the loss. As you can see, it's coming out of the loss. Yes, I have to pay big. I'll get to that now. 25. I'm going to pass back 20, and I'll pass the 1. So I'm effectively paying $6 vig, because on 125 the vig is $6. So taking 25 back, handing back 20 in change, and I'm also giving the dealer an extra $1 here. So I've given the dealer a total of $6 for vig. So now what happens? Okay, I won my 125. I had 250 on here. What I actually do is I take back part of my risk back into my bankroll, and I now press up to 350. All right, so it's a 350 goes on the lay. All right, so here we go. 5. Now remember, I did put 50 in here from our previous win that we sort of missed out on because we lost the bet, so that was a 5. So some could argue technically that shouldn't be in there, but it's a win that I'm going to get back by if I get a 7 before a 10. And you'll see how that pays out very soon with any luck. 9. And there's our 7. So 350, 1, 2, 3, 350. What's half of 350? Right, it's 150 plus 25. So there's 100. Need a little bit more from the dealer. There's 150 plus 25. Right, so we've made all our money back and we've made profit. So on 150 plus 25, which is 175, I owe $5 vig for the 100, and I owe $3 vig here. So I owe $8 vig. So I'll hand dealer 10 bucks. I'll get back 2. That's our vig paid for. This all comes back. All comes back into a rack. We're at a new session high. Locked up some money. I might turn these back into... there's 3 there. Can't colour those up. Colour these up to blacks. Oh, sorry, 2. 2 blacks, 200. 2 blacks. So as you can see, we're still making gains, right? We're still making gains. Yes, we had some adverse rolls to go against us. We had the 10 hit more than the 7 for a period, and that's going to happen. 8. Yo. And there's a 7. So again, we win 50. Comes down, get paid 50. We owe $2 vig. Pay the dealer that. I'm going to lock that up in my rack. I'm going to go back up $100 lay. All right, so I'm only going to press my win up after I've got this first hit. So I got this first hit. It's nice and safe in my rack. Yo. Yo, back to back. 4. Now 5. There's aces. There's that hard 10. It's been hard 10s all day today. So again, we lose that one, put him there. just go straight up. So this is level 2 of the progression. Gosh, aces again. And there's our 7. And some days you'll see lots of hard ways. It's just how it is. And some days you'll see no hard ways. If you want to hedge with a hard way, then that's your choice. I don't think hedging is necessarily sound done routinely. I think it does have a potential place if you get to the higher level bet, that third progression where I had 350. You may decide to do a hedge there, but you're going to now throw away your profit by doing it. So at the end of the day, I still think it's not a good idea. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to convert that 100 into 25s, 425s. So I won, so I get paid. So this comes down, gets paid the 150. I owe vig, pass the deal of 5, get 3 back. 150. Now I power press it. And here we go, hoping we get another 10, another 7 before a 10. We don't want another 10, we want another 7. And we should see 7s more often than 10s because of the probability. But you will have variance that's going to obviously make you hit 10s more often than the 7s. That will happen from time to time. 8. Yo. 8. 5, should have made their point. 9. And there's our 7. So we do okay. Money comes down. We've got a total of 200 there. What does 200 pay? Pays 100. Well, we've got 50 in loss over here. I'll top that up with 50 here. In fact, what I'll do, I'll take that 50 back and I will say there's my 100, get paid. 200 gets paid 100. $5 vig is owed. That's what we pay the house in vig. Now some casinos, the vig's going to be paid up front. It really depends. As a rule in my videos, so I'm just dropping chips here. As a rule in my videos, I pay the vig on the win, but just be aware that different casinos have different rules on when they pay vig. Is it on a win only? Is it in, you always pay vig up front? It will vary. So just keep that in mind. If you're paying vig up front, yes, the house edge is going to cost you more because you obviously, if you don't win the bet, you've still paid the vig for a bet you never won. So just keep that in mind. The house edge is going to be larger in that case. So we not only got back our loss, we've made our profit as well. Because remember, we had 50 in profit, we've put 100 in our rack, 150 all comes back, which paid our previous loss and generated 50 bucks profit. So again, we're steadily marching up our bankroll. 4. 6. So far we haven't had a chance where we've had enough 7s before a 10 to actually capitalise on keeping our bet up, because the 10's actually been punching above its weight. So actually we've had more 10s before 7s, because that's why we actually went up in our bets. So far in the session, I would say the 10 is appearing more often than the average probability would say. But probability doesn't say, oh, it's going to only do 2 7s for every 10. Yes, it does that over a long number of rolls. So within those rolls, you can have lots of cases where the 10 will streak ahead or where the 7 might streak ahead. The 7 is going to streak ahead far more than the 10 just because it's twice as likely to hit. So anyway, enough talking. We get paid, bet comes down, we get paid there, pass the dealer, $2 vig, we're done. That back in a rack, it's falling out. Now remember, we profit the first one, just go back up to we're just flat betting. We lock the first win up on this this variation. Yo. And so far, it's actually been a good thing because it means we've actually been able to keep $50 of profit in our rack. That's another yo. So it's been a good thing thus far. We're on the 6 now. Look at that. Hard 10. It's only been hard ways today. So very interesting. So we lose that. Go straight back up. So not able to get our second hit. We've always had, for every 7, we're getting a 10. And more than we're getting more than a 10 for every 7 we're getting. That's just the way it seems to be going. Although we did have one where we got 2 7s because we did recover. So, but the 10 is showing awfully frequently. It's not like it's not showing. And this is kind of what you're going to see. You're going to see this happen. There's a 6, made their point. There's a 10, the 7. Gosh, I'm obsessed by 10s, aren't I? Okay, there's a 7. So we get paid $50. So there's the 100. I'll turn that back. I'm keeping my loss here, right? Out of the way. Bet comes down. 100 gets paid what? Gets paid 50, right? We owe $2 vig. Well, I don't have $2, so I'll pass the deal 25. I'll get back 22. All right, sorry, 23. Short-changing myself there. Get paid back 23 because the vig's only $2. All right. So we take our win and we parlay it, and we power press $50. So taking it up to $200. This is the second level of the progression, and we are, because we're wanting to not only cover our debt. We don't want to make just $25. We want to make $50. Now this is more risk. You don't have to play it this way. You can not power press and just be happy to make the 25. Right? It's really up to you. On the 5. 6. 5. Shooters made their point. So it's not a bad table if you're playing light side because shooters are making their points. That was a hard 8. And there's our 7. So again, what happens? Bet comes down, $100, needs to get paid. Well, I've only got $50 of loss that I'm recovering. So I'm going to win 100 for my 200. I'm going to owe $5 vig. So what have I done? I've recovered my loss and I've locked up $50 profit. All right, so let's see where we're at. Remember, we started at, what do we start at? 14.05, I believe, was what our bankroll was. So let's see where we're at. And so there's 250 there. I'll take that back. Not much I can do about the 50. So we'll take that back. So let's see how many blacks we've got. Remember, we had 1400. So what have we got to? So it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was what we originally started. 1405. That's what we originally started with. So far, even though we've had a pretty ordinary run, we've locked up 250. Now remember, our bankroll, it was $2,500. That was our starting bankroll, and $2,500. 10% of that is $250, and 10% is still a more than acceptable win. More than acceptable. All right, we can still keep going, but I'm just showing you that 20% I think is a good target. I think any more than that, you're kind of starting to push it and time at the table. You can then catch variance going the other way. So I think around 20% is about right. So we've won, therefore, because we've run that 250, that means we've effectively won the series 5 times. So if we want to make this bet level, if we want to make $500, we need to play the series 10 times. We need to finish the series 10 times, that's $500. Now you're not always going to win the series. You're going to have occasions where you'll lose the series because you get that run of 10s. But that's why we're not progressing up, then you just start back again, but now you're sort of fighting your way out of a loss, and you've got to fight your way out of those losses by just hanging in there. And that's where time at the table starts to get longer, and you're just kind of working on the fact that the progression will get you out of most of the negative variance that you're going to see. So 9 is the point. I should put that on as a lay. All right, so 7. So we won that one. We lock it up. Bet comes down. Paid $50. We owe $2. Pay that. Lock it up in our rack. Goes back up. Right, new shooter. Maybe I'll change some dice on the 8. Of course, this session, if you've been on the hard ways, would have been a fantastically wise thing to be on. But just remember, and here's me talking about hard ways, there they are again, we lose. And there is some merit to, as I've said before, to play what you see. There is some merit in doing that, playing what you see. And we're just seeing hard ways keep coming, so there's an example of where that may have held true and may have saved us a lot of losses. Now there's our 7, but remember, you have a hard way up, now you've lost the hard way because of 7, because you won, but you lost too. So, you know, they give and take, those hard ways. All right, so again, I will convert that $100 loss to 25s. I'll take my bet down. 100 gets paid 50. $2 vig. Parlay and power press. All right. Now we've got a yo. And we've got an 8 coming out of there. Got an 8. And we've got a 9. Aces. And a yo. Lots of yos today. Yeah, they've got their 8, they've got their point. And we've got 7. So again, we end the progression with a win because 200 gets paid 100. So I know that's 50, and dealer adds the other 50. We lock up 100, which means we've paid all of our loss and locked up a $50 win. And we need to pay vig, $5. So again, we're doing okay. Even though we're losing, and the 10's still making a good showing. You know, how many times have we seen back-to-back-to-back 7s? We haven't really seen too many of them. But we've seen the 10 keep showing itself repeatedly. So I wouldn't say, oh, sorry, that's a yo. I wouldn't say that's it's an awesome run for us. It's a kind of a normal run, I guess. It's kind of pretty normal. But it's not a great run if sort of, you know, if we see 4 7s in a row, we'd be laughing. We haven't even seen 3 7s in a row. So should have made their point there, back on that 8. So we've just seen 8 hit 3 times back to back, but we haven't seen a 7 hit 3 times back to back, I don't believe. There's a 9. There's 3. And there's our 7. All right, so bet comes down, gets paid 50. We owe vig. Pass the deal of that, I'll get 3 back. lock it up, put it on. Can we get one where the shooter actually gets a win second time before a 10 comes? That'll be interesting to see. There's a 6, came hard. Because this is the one where we will, if we win, we will press up our win. Just trying to go with that, make the most of a series of, you know, where you get a run of 7s. It's really the idea behind that. Exploit the run of 7s, but don't throw away our profit on a short run. Ace deuce. And there's the 8. And there's our 7. Whoops, that was a 7. You'll have to excuse me, that was a 7. It was a 4-3-7, but I mucked that up with my stick there. So, $100 comes down. We get paid 50, pay $2 vig. Back to the house. This one, I'm going to parlay it up. Parlay it up and see if we can get that. This is basically be our 3rd win in a row. If we get this 3rd win in a row, we actually get to lock up a little bit more profit this time. There's an 8. Hoping we can get there. If we get there, I'll call it a wrap, and there's a 9. I'll end the session because it's the same. There's another 9 back to back. And there's our 7. So finally we actually got one where we got 3 7s before a 10. You know, before the evil 10 came and got us. So there we are. We win 75, and that requires a $3 vig. So I'll pass the dealer a $5, get 2 back, and I will call us pretty much done now. We'll lock this up. Let's see where we get to. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 300. That's 300 in blacks. Alright, so where are we? Well, golly gosh, we're just shy, as you can see, is literally, if I put that in my rack, that's $2,000 there. We're literally just shy 75 of $2,000. So that's $1,925. $1925.28. So $19.28 is our profit from our 2.5K bankroll. So far we've been doing okay. This sort of demonstrates that yes, you're going to see all sorts of combinations of things happening, but the method's actually fairly resilient, and it's not doing anything really silly. And I think you've got a fairly good chance to bring home a win. I'm not saying it's foolproof, nothing's foolproof, but yeah, hope you like that, and look forward to your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching.